Welcome back in. Well, as you guys can see, we are joined by some special guests up here in the studio, and it gives me great privilege to introduce you guys to the Bradshaw Christian football team. And representing the Pride, we're going to start off over here. We have our senior captains, Brandon Burden. Right next to Brandon, we have Mateo Mojica. And standing right next to him, Ethan Rickert. By the way, they all have great hair, if you haven't noticed that. All right, coming to this guy, keeping the great hair going, we have Devin McDonald. And right next to him, I guess his hair is pretty cool as well, the head coach, Drew Rickert, is here. Thank you guys so much for spending your Sunday with us here.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. So, 3-0 start. What do you attribute the early season success to?
I think the biggest thing is we have a bunch of kids who've played in our system for a while. They get along. They are friends. They work hard together. They battle together. They play for each other. So it's pretty awesome.
Now, I was going to say, he said you guys have been playing for a long time. All of you guys are seniors up here. How do you feel that just knowing one another and having that good chemistry, connection with one another translates so well to the success on the field?
It definitely contributes to the team's trust with positions, outside backers, inside backers, defensive ends, everybody is positioned. So it's not worrying about what somebody else is going to do.
And Devin, walk me through from day one of training camp and everything getting going to where you guys are at today. Now league play started to get going. How much better do you feel this group has just gotten?
I thought we skyrocketed from day one, man, picking up each other from the ground up. And now we just got to build a foundation. It's got to help us, like one of our coaches, Coach Durob, always says we got to how to build a house. You got to build it with the foundation, with the floor first. Now we got to build the walls.
Now, Ethan and Brandon, you guys obviously know each other very well from playing baseball, playing football, and all this other stuff that you guys do together. What is your trust level like with your receivers and your running back, and vice versa as you? What is your trust level like with your quarterback?
Well, I think for me personally, it's nice because late in games, especially the last 2 games have been really close. It's nice we communicate on the run more. Last too many situations, they go way more smoothly because we all know the system so well. I communicate with them without having too many words or anything, just kind of just knowing by just pure experience.
Yeah, and to add on to that, the trust level we had building up sophomore to senior just is on a different level with me and Ethan.
Walk me through, what does the preparation look like at Bradshaw Christian? Like, what does Monday through Friday to kickoff look like for you guys?
Monday for us starts off just going through slowly of the routine of what the other team is going to run, getting our scout team, because a big part for us is our scout team. Scout team has to be able to run the other team's offense and defense to a T, so we can simulate that for Monday through Thursday until game day. So Monday's a little walkthrough day. We're not hitting as hard. Tuesday, we slowly start getting to hitting full pads and everything. Wednesday, you have to know almost everything and be ready for Friday. And Thursday is another walkthrough day to make sure you know everything. And then Friday, suit up and get ready to play.
Coach, you were chatting with me a little bit before we started recording just about not just how many sports these guys play, but just how many athletes there are at Bradshaw Christian. It's a smaller school, so many guys play, but you have so much success across the entire school, but especially with this football program as of late. What can you just say to the willingness and the resiliency of these guys up here, plus all your team, to play on both sides of the ball, to put in the work, to be able to manage multiple sports in addition to, of course, excelling in the classroom?
But, we really put a lot of pressure on them, and we challenge them. We want to see them do well. Every kid has an offense and defense position. And we have 27 kids on our team, on varsity. So some of these teams we play have, Vista, I think, dressed out 55, 60 kids. But we just take a challenge on. We work hard. Our school, again, I think 70 to 80% of our kids play sports at Bradshaw. A lot of them multi-sport athletes. We really challenge them. We tell them play as many sports as you can as long as you keep the grades up. You keep those grades going. But we challenge them. It's a lot of challenge, and I think they respond really well to the challenges.
I'm curious, because you guys know each other so well, and you played together a lot. We've talked about the preparation and the film watching and everything that you do to prepare for an opponent, and just obviously how serious you guys have to take this week in and week out. But I'm just curious, because you guys know each other very well. How much fun do you guys have at practice and in games when you guys are playing as well as you are?
We do have a lot of fun. Like when we go to our coach's house on Sundays, we goof off a little bit, but there's a time to be serious. But at practices too, we definitely have fun. You know, we scrimmage each other. Me and Ethan sometimes we'll go at it. I'll be the defensive captain. He'll be offensive captain. We'll go at it, but it's all fun and games when we compete.
Well, Ethan, you being the quarterback, of course, you have to have a finger on the pulse of just everything of how you guys play and the way that you want to play. So how would you describe, and any of the players that want to jump in as well, how would you describe Bradshaw Christian football? What is the way that the Pride wants to play?
I think we just always grind it out. I think we're like hardcore. I think we just are really determined. We get to what we want to do, and even if they know what's coming, we're still going to give it to them. I think it's really important.
Now, we already established you guys, it's the last year that you're playing together. Kind of a dumb question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What is the objective or the goal that this team is trying to accomplish this year?
Go to state all the way. Last year we got to sections and lost, sadly, but this year we got pushed through it. We got win section, and if never we're in state.
And I believe that you guys definitely have the makeup to do it. Now, one of the last things for me, do you guys do anything before games to get yourselves pumped up? Like, there any pregame rituals or anything that you guys do to lock in?
I mean, we listen to a song for the game, and we also have to stay level-headed. That's what Coach Rick always tells us. We don't want to ever get too amped up because then we'll lose it during the game and we'll just go downhill from there. So if we stay level-headed, we'll stick through the whole game.
What's the song that you guys listen to before every game?
In the air tonight.
In the air
by
tonight,
Phil
yep.
Collins.
Phil Collins.
I'm in.
Wow.
The drums hit is different when the drums hit on that song.
I'm like, dude, that song was out before any of you guys were born. That must have came off of Coach Rickard's playlist, right? All right. Well, how would you describe a home game?
It's nice. We were packed last game. Sutter brought a good crowd down. We had a ton of people there, so it was nice. It felt like we had a lot of fans. It was really loud. It was nice. It was
Awesome.
fun.
Does that make you guys play better?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Good deal. Well, if you guys would like to check out the Bradshaw Christian football team in action, the schedule is on their website. You can also look for it on Max Preps. The Pride, once again, off to a 3-0 start. And as Devin said, they will be state-bound this year. So, once again, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We
Thank you
really
for having
appreciate
us.
it.
Thank you.